catch, which must have been an optical illusion to a lot of people.
Eyes in the back of his head, I guess. Arguably the greatest catch in sports history. A lot of people still think it was 70 years later. And the player who made that catch, Willie Mays, died Tuesday night at the age of 93. But of course, his legend will live on.
Joining us now to talk about this baseball legend is Quinnipiac professor Nick Pietruszkiewicz. Nick, thanks for joining us. It has been a long time since Willie Mays played baseball. So for the younger sports fans, tell us a little bit about him.
So I am not old enough to have seen him play, but I have been around enough baseball players in the time that I spent covering the sport. The reverence with which they hold him shows you how great of a player he was. He did things no one else did before him. He could do everything. He could hit, he could play defense, he could run. Baseball players, professional athletes are not shy. They have egos. But when you compare them to Willie Mays, and they just look at you and shake their head like, no,
yeah,
I'm not as good as that was. I'm not as good as that man was. And that tells you the reverence they show for him is how I know, having not been old enough to see him in person and just staring at the numbers and the clips, it's their experience alongside him that makes me say he was that special.
Yeah. You know, Willie Mays was not the first black player in the major leagues, but he was one of the first. And this is Juneteenth today. Tell us a little bit about his impact on the game from a race relations perspective.
Sure. I mean, he came along at a time that was not easy. It was he was a black man in the 1950s. He, along with Jackie Robinson and Henry Aaron, they endured a lot. They also did amazing things for baseball in different ways. Some spoke, some just played, but their impact is undeniable across all these decades. And the fact that we have players who want to emulate how they acted, how they played, is another testament to who they were.
So can you talk about this impact on the game from a baseball perspective, how his legacy will live on?
Sure. So he won 2 MVPs. He was an all-star 24 times. He had 12 gold gloves. He hit 660 home runs. The numbers are astronomical, but think about it this way. He lost 2 years of his prime for military service. He also played one of the most unfriendly ballparks for a hitter in the history of baseball, Candlestick Park in San Francisco. I believe the Mark Twain quote was, "The coldest winter I ever spent was a summer in San Francisco." So if you put him in a more friendly ballpark, gave him 2 years of his career back, he might not have hit 660 home runs. He might have hit 850 home runs.
Yeah.
The numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Really quickly, we just have a few seconds left, but I wanted to get your perspective on this. I read today that Mays signed with the then New York Giants at the age of 18 for $15,000 a year, went on to win Rookie of the Year. Kind of hard to calculate how much money a player like that would command today, right?
I believe I read somewhere that over the course of his entire career, he made $2 million. I'm pretty sure that some players might be making $2 million at that.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, worth every penny of it for sure. All right, Quinnipiac professor Nick Pietruszkiewicz, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.